Just emotions from Ireland qualifying for the World Cup. I mean, just huge.
Yeah, of course, super excited. As a small nation, we haven't qualified for a major tournament yet, so hitting this milestone was absolutely huge. And we missed out in the Euros recently, so yeah, we all can't quite believe it. But yeah, like you mentioned before, on cloud nine.
Are you proud of the pipeline that Florida State has to Ireland? I might miss a couple names, but you have Campbell and Connolly and you and so on and so forth.
Yeah, of course. I joked before. I used to say, you're not going to win a national championship unless there's like an Irish girl on the team. But yeah, I think it's great to have other FSU alum, on the team, and I think it'll always be a place, a home. It'll always be like home to me here, just because of that connection as well.
I mean, what was the initial feeling like? When you qualified and you learned, just what were you feeling? What was going through your mind?
Oh, I was absolutely just over the moon. I couldn't really believe it, and we had so much stuff leading up to it, and there were so much ifs and buts. It depended on other results, but we had figured out at halftime that the results that we needed happened. So when the final whistle blew and we won 1-0, everyone absolutely lost it. We were absolutely delighted.
I mean, like you mentioned, you guys were not sure if you guys would qualify. So how much, what were your expectations going in compared to what you had when you left?
I think it was like a playoff game, so we knew we had to win the game regardless. And we were just focusing on winning the game. We either went straight through or we'd go into another playoff later on next February. But yeah, I think the focus was just winning and then going from there. And of course, yeah, it all worked out.
At the same time, you were probably watching, keeping up with Florida State. Did you watch the Notre Dame game? What was going through your mind on that one?
Yeah, so I watched both games, and I watched it until halftime, and it was 2-0, and I was like, okay, we're going to get back. But it's just one game, and the girls had a really tough game against Virginia on the Thursday, and a lot of travel, so I think that really affected the game. But yeah, of course, disappointing, but we moved on from that now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I mean, coming back now, you have 3 games left. You got UNC. It's gonna be a tough one. You obviously don't want to look ahead of that, but what do you guys got to do against UNC?
Of course, UNC is always a really exciting game. I can't wait for it. I think everyone's really, really excited for Thursday night. And playing them at home is even better. Obviously we want to go in, try and get a win like we always do. But yeah, that's our main focus at the moment.
How has Coach Penske's play style affected your contributions this year compared to years past?
I think it's very different to how Mark is coaching, but just in different ways. Not bad, not good. I think this year, personally for me, I've slotted into the back line. We lost a lot of backs this year, and I really enjoy playing as an outside back in that role because it allows me to attack and defend, and I like attacking from deep. So I've been really enjoying it this year.
Have you enjoyed the added pressure of helping out the offense more so this year?
Yeah, of course. I've always been a winger, so when I get the opportunity to go and attack, I'll take it. I'll always be looking to attack before I defend, but yeah, of course there's added pressure, but it's what I love. So
coming into the season with a new coach, a lot of new faces, it didn't seem like the expectations were extremely high from the outside for Florida State, but I'm guessing you guys still had high expectations for yourselves.
Yeah, of course. A lot of the team is the same as the team that won the national championship last year, and we always have that same expectation to get to College Cup every year, and I think that was a main thing coming in this year. We didn't want anyone's standards to drop, and I think the girls all realised that, and we've all kept their standards very high.
Yeah, but it's got to be gratifying to that outside noise was there's some doubt about where Florida State would be after the coaching change, but it's got to be gratifying, to be where you are.
Yeah, it's kind of good because I feel like we're sometimes seen as the underdogs this year, which is a first for Florida State. But I think it's driven us even more this year.
So Heather, how tough is the transition going from the back line to up top when you have to, go from international back to here? Is it challenging for you, or do you kind of like it?
Yeah, it is challenging. I've had a few challenges over the past year, adjusting from the two positions. But I think the two playing styles are very different here. We're a lot more attack orientated here at Florida State than we are with my national team. So the roles are very different. But I've always been an attacking player, so playing a striker role, I don't mind doing that. It gives me an opportunity to attack the goal more. And then here, like I said, I love attacking from deep, and being on the wing is my favorite position. So yeah.
So Aria brought up the pipeline from Ireland. Did the two Megans have a impact on you coming to FSU? Did they kind of introduce you to the school, or was that kind of how you found out about it?
Yeah, of course. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to come to the US. It was kind of, I was trying to make that decision, and I knew that Megan Campbell and Megan Connolly both come here and they both had successful careers here. So that's kind of when I started to think more about Florida State, and yeah, they definitely influenced my decision a lot.
Did you, while you were with the Ireland national team, did you pick up anything else that kind of helps you when you get back here?
I just think it's, playing with your national team is of course going to be like such a high standard. The level is going to be very high, so I think that really adds to it. I think coming back, it kind of gives me more confidence, and playing in those difficult games, I can take that into these games here as well and help my teammates too.
What's the first thing you did after qualifying?
Oh, we were just celebrating, as much as we could, and then I had to get on a flight back to Florida State, and so yeah.
How much did you want to play in that game against Duke once you got back? I think Coach mentioned late Wednesday night. Like, how much were you itching to play for that in that one?
I hate missing FSU games. It really is disappointing for me when I do miss. But yeah, I was raring to go against Duke. But of course, it would have been silly for me to play in that game with jet lag and everything. But the girls got the job done, and it was an absolutely brilliant game.
How close were you pushing Coach? No, I need to play.
I know myself. When I come back for those trips, I'm so tired, and I have a lot of recovery to do, and I don't want to risk an injury. So I kind of knew myself I needed to be sensible.
Heather, you mentioned earlier about this team being almost regarded as an underdog. How does this team stand out from other FSU teams you've been a part of, and really any other Irish team you've been a part of also?
I think this team, this team is very similar to last year's team, with the belief that we have within our team, and the group itself. We're a very close group, and last year we had such a close group, everyone got along, and I think that really helped us towards winning the Natty Champ. And I think again this year, we don't have any conflicts in our team, and we're just such a close group, and I think that really adds to it. And I wouldn't even say we're much different. I think we're similar in so many ways, and like I said, a lot of the players have returned.
What gives you